Ever wanted milk and the shops are just too far away? In America, they've tarmacked their country and live their lives in their cars. British scientists, however, bring some class to living life in the seated position. And we're here today at the University of Sussex to see a preview of the world's first matter transporter. We'll meet Professor Aston and his team of boffins who have developed this groundbreaking new technology.
Hello, welcome to our laboratory, where we're here doing the first tests on the matter transporter, or translocator if you will. As you can see, some of my researchers are starting off doing the preliminary work for this experiment. The original idea, it came from when we were visiting our friends in the States, the US of A, America.
They have become very involved with the idea of moving atoms from one point in space to another instantaneously and without troubling the space in between the 2 points.
Yes, well, the Americans had totally missed the mark. They were obsessed with the small, the insignificant, whether the quarks were in sync with the antiquarks and so on. They weren't looking at the bigger picture. So Martin spoke up.
So I said it would be much easier to focus on a practical application, like moving a whole human body. When we work on something less abstract, it becomes easier, but they were having none of it. That's how the bet came about.
Yes, he actually bet the Americans he could translocate a whole human before they managed an atom.
From humble beginnings, Professor Aston's research led him deeper and deeper into the unexplained areas of science. While the Americans tried to translocate the first atom, Professor Aston's research team gradually expanded. The new researcher was Professor Timothy Doyle.
Martin had wanted more staff, but I was all the university could afford. When I joined the team, we were just about to move up from basic research.
Hello, welcome back to our laboratory today, where we're going to be doing our first test on this spoon. Where's the spoon?
The whole concept is very clever. The genius part of Martin's scheme is its simplicity. It's really just a take on Einstein's theory of relativity.
Here's the little sausage. We're going to be doing our first test today on this spoon.
Martin's technique means that we bend space-time so that the start and end point are in the same place. What we're doing is making two separate places next door to one another. In fact, not just next door, they are the same place. So then we create a copy of the object which occupies that space. There was a problem with multiple objects, but once the object is at the destination point, we just delete the original.
There is no spoon.
It's over there.
Brilliant. Thank God, otherwise I would have had to get my tools out again and fixed it.
Unfortunately, once we moved on to organic objects, things became slightly more tricky.
Here we are today doing our first organic test on this parsnip.
I knew it was too soon to start testing, but I was being forced.
Timmy, fetch me my tools.
However, I borrowed so much money from certain corporations that they wouldn't let me out.
We wanted the professor to carry on with his research, not only for the corporation's gain, but obviously for human gain as well. Just imagine it. If you can just walk down to McDonald's, have a great big Big Mac, and then translocate straight home.
They said they were thinking about the public.
It's a well-recorded statistic that 50% of road accidents happen when our valued customers are driving home. It's probably more.
It didn't seem like they were thinking about the public. But I had no choice. I had to finish. And the only way to do that was to prove that I could do a human translocation.
It's finally boiled down to this. Our For many long years, Professor Aston is about to conduct the first human transportation ever.
Hello, it's really good to see you all here today. You are the select few that have been following my research for the past many years. It's really wonderful to see you all here. I bet some of you thought this day would never materialise. Okay, if we can look at our lab now, where our fellow researchers are preparing the experiment for us today live. And now, hopefully, we're going to go over to the lab and see what they're getting up to.
Go and have a look at this.
We did have a few minor problems, but they've all been fixed now. So, if we go back over to the lab, and if all goes to plan, then Anna will appear beside me here. Okay, and more gain. We need more gain. We try it again. Yeah, it worked. Brilliant. It was a success. Oh. Cheers. Lovely.
And that was that. We had done it. The first human translocation. They said it couldn't be done, but we worked hard and we did what was thought impossible. We pushed the boundaries of science together.